Giovanni Ribisi.
I didn't know he was in this movie.
I saw him lift up his head in his dorky glasses, and I'm like, you're gonna die
his
first,
pedo's mustache.
aren't you? Yeah. I looked at him and I'm like, you're gonna die first, aren't you? Yep. Called it.
I've never seen a Giovanni Ribisi movie where he dies.
You haven't seen Saving Private Ryan?
I don't remember it. I saw it, but I remember nothing about it.
No, it's just...
Other than the fact I was pissed off that all these people died to save Matt Damon.
I know! God damn it, Matt Damon. No, I saw him and I'm like, okay, here we go. And sure enough, shit went down and I'm like, oh, sweet, they left him behind, he's gonna live, and then I
knew as soon as they...
Stereotypical, they could kill the black guy first, maybe, and I even leaned over and said that to
They didn't kill the black guy.
And they didn't kill the black guy.
Which is awesome, because that black guy was awesome.
Giovanni Ribisi first, and I'm like, oh, damn it, movie. Damn it.
Yeah, I really liked... That was one of my favorite things about the movie, because I was really worried that everyone on the Gangster Squad would get out alive.
No, I thought they were just going to go.
No, they weren't going to kill everybody. It's not that kind of movie. They don't have the balls for that. But I hate movies where, like, everyone on the good guys' team survives despite...
Well, it started to look that way. That's why I was...
It did. And then it turns out that I think they lose 2 members.
They do.
Which is good. That's a good amount. I would have preferred 3, but 2 is good.
Who would you have killed off? Would you have killed off the
I would have
young
killed...
Indian kid?
No. Honestly, if it was me... Because I like dark shit that surprises people and is
I
pretty
would have killed
unrealistic.
off Ryan Gosling.
I know you would have. I would have killed off Gosling or Brolin, someone that the audience would never expect.
They were doing that. They were sitting on the seats before Emma Stone rocked up, and it was just after his wife left and his house was shot at. And I was looking at them both, and I'm like, which one of you two is gonna die?
Yeah, I think that would have been a ballsy move. I would have liked it, but whatever. I'm happy. Giovanni Ribisi was the only other team member with a family. He had a wife and a kid.
Like and not like a young kid either. Like he was about like 10.
Yeah, he was probably about 10 years old. And the way that they did it, I thought was awesome, because what they've done is they put a bug. Giovanni Ribisi put a bug in Mikiko and Sean Penn's home, and so Sean Penn finds it, sets them up to go to this other location,
and they've just been he's reading he's making the plan, and they're getting excited about the setup, and the audience knows that it's, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, which is good, because that builds, instead of making it a surprise, they let the audience know to build anticipation.
And
so we're like, oh no.
I really wanted to walk out at that point too, and I'm like, no, I have to stay.
But anyway, the way that it works is Ribisi stays in like the office area listening for updates while the others go to intercept this drug shipment.
Yeah.
And Mickey Cohen is just kind of speaking the story back and forth, and then he leans into the microphone because he knows there's a bug, and he's like, and he says something.
And something about some dumbass cop.
It was some dirty Weasley cop or something, just as Ribisi gets strangled.
And I'm like, oh no.
I also like how the guy who's strangling him, his jacket caught on fire, and so he just took it off and threw it down. That served no purpose, but I appreciated it.
Badass.
Because I was like, oh, it got caught on fire, so now he's going to burn to death. It was like, no, it just happened, and he dealt with it.
Well, see, I thought he was going to throw his coat onto Giovanni Ribisi. I thought, you wouldn't dare.
Yeah, I like that part. But yeah, it was a great scene. And when Josh Brolin, they show when Josh Brolin has to go to the house to tell his wife that her husband has died in this line of duty. And you see the son's reaction, and it is fucking heartbreaking. I was just like, oh my god.
Did you not see me crawl over to my corner and just, I was.
You crawled over to your corner?
Corner.
Oh, okay.
And I was really,
It was
for
great.
a movie that I didn't want to see, to have that kind of dramatic turnaround for me. I'm impressed, movie. Good job.
Yeah, I was very surprised, and I'm very impressed that was so effective.
But, boy.
Parts I didn't like, other than the style, which I already mentioned in the first part of the video. I felt that some of the dialogue wasn't the greatest. Like, there's a scene where Giovanni Ribisi is talking to Josh Brolin, and he's like, are we any different from Mickey Cohen?
I appreciated that, actually.
I fucking hated that. That's so dumb.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Here's why.
Go on, do your thing. Come on.
Okay. Are we any different than Mickey Cohen? You don't shoot people. Every time they break in, if they were killing people when they broke in and killing henchmen, maybe. They don't. They either shoot him in the leg or they just hit him in the jaw a bunch of times to knock him out. You don't tie a guy to 2 cars and rip him in half so that coyotes can eat him. Great fucking scene. That's a good way to open a movie.
I almost walked. I almost turned around to you and said, "You enjoy your film. I'm going away now. Bye."
Yeah, they're not killing people. They're not torturing people. They're not even taking the money. They burn the money when they find it. They're literally doing nothing that I could see a cop wouldn't do, other than the fact that it's not, approved by the police. So for him to say, "Are we any different?" That'd be like me killing a fly and being like, "Am I any different than Jeffrey Dahmer? I wonder who the real serial killer is."
Okay, moving on.
Moving on. Everyone was really good in this movie. There's no acting that I felt was bad.
I'm impressed with Sean Penn. I was so impressed. Like, was he wearing prosthetics? Is he old or is he just wearing prosthetics?
I don't know.
Like, there were a couple of times where I was looking at him going,
That was another thing I didn't like. Well, not didn't like, but I don't like villains that are just, like, evil for the sake of being evil and just like, "I want power because I need power." That's very cartoonish to me, especially in a movie for adults. And once again, there's bad people in mafia movies, like, even in, like, The Godfather or Goodfellas or any of those type of movies. But, like, they're people,
Yeah.
Whereas he was just always kind of, like, glaring and evil constantly, like, 24/7. And it's not, I'm sure the character's written that way. I'm not knocking Sean Penn. Like I said, he played Harvey Milk. I fucking love that movie. But that was kind of irksome. It's not big enough to ruin the movie, but that was a bit of a problem I had with it.
I was just really impressed with with a lot of what he was doing with his facial expressions, how he was portraying. I just had a complete memory.
I like the way he portrayed.
What's his name?
The guy. Ryan Gosling was awesome in this movie because Ryan Gosling is awesome in every movie.
Debatable.
No.
I hate Ryan Gosling. Fun fact.
He was so good, and he's the only one who. Well, not the only one, but he changed his voice and really effectively.
He did change
his voice? And it was
voice?
at the start, you're like, whoa. But you got used to it by the end. And, like, he sounded like Mickey Doyle from Boardwalk Empire.
Well, see, I don't watch a lot of,
it was
Ryan Gosling movies, so I wasn't too sure if he had raised his voice.
It was great. They killed, yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah, it was raised. It was really good. I love his character as this just, basically his
He's
way.
very aloof.
His way of, like, dealing with the fact that the whole city's corrupt is he drinks and he gets laid. That's what he does, and I appreciated that as a character.
I really like his banter with Josh Brolin right at the beginning, where before they've just started bringing the Gangster Squad together, and they're at the bar, and he's like, "Have a drink," and pushes the cup towards him, and Ryan Gosling leans down, takes the straw, and he's drinking what looks like a girly cocktail, and he's like, "Only because it sounded like an order."
Yeah,
there was a lot of really funny little banters that happened.
Yeah, Gosling was the funniest character in the movie. I feel.
Yes, definitely.
And
then when they killed the shoeshine kid.
They killed the
shoeshine kid. That was
pretty awesome.
And Ryan Gosling's acting that particular scene kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Of course, the acting in that scene was great. Ryan Gosling was in it. Anyway, do you have anything else to say? What would you? Should people go see it?
Yes, people should definitely go.
If you're like me and you miss gangster movies and you miss rated R violence, not gratuitous violence. I don't want to. It's not like Texas Chainsaw 3D or something like that.
It was like.
But like appropriate violence, then I recommend you go see this movie. I enjoyed it.
I recommend going to see this movie, even if you don't want to, because you tell them, I was against seeing this movie.
Yeah.
I did not want to see it at all. I had no interest, and I'm like, yay, Ryan Gosling, the gangster. That's honestly what I thought this movie was about. I hadn't seen any trailers, didn't know anything about it, and I'm a fan. I will see it again. I'm impressed. Go and see it.
All right. That's it for us. Hopefully this is the last half-assed review and we can get a real one up soon.
I don't know.
We'll find out. I think I'll probably get the Les Mis review up soon. And that'll be a fun one, so make sure to watch that.
God, I wish I was in that.
Yeah, you had your chance. Anyway, cheers.
Have a good one.